Okay, I got AC running here now, but it's getting warm in here. But follow this comment back to the original video from just blank on the call sign now. But thanks for the explanation. I really appreciate it. That's kind of what I was thinking, is that the receive is on those rays be much greater than the one I have in my truck right now. I got that because it was $200. It's a mobile radio. It worked, as I said, worked well for me for several years. And I don't know if I would not recommend it, but it depends on what it is you're doing. But so that was kind of what I was thinking, is whether it's ICOM, Yaesu, whatever, go with one of those radios in there. I kind of want one anyway, and that should give me that a little bit better. As far as antenna situation, well, this is the broken one. I have a signal stick on the front fender of my truck, and then I have another, and that's a dual band. I don't remember. I think the other one is a dual band. I don't remember. But I have a half wave VHF antenna on the back of the truck, which is a little bit better receive as well. That also factors in. But we were listening to a conversation on Simplex. We were on Simplex, and I was not hearing someone at all, and two other people were chatting away with him. I flipped on my EF Johnson radio that I have in the truck, and all of a sudden I heard him. So there is a very clear difference in receiving, and I've been seeing that more and more. So as he was talking about, receive sometimes it's just as important as transmit. HF, you see that a lot. You can get like a G90. It's not a great receiver. I mean, in all admittance, it is not a great receiver. It's fairly wide banded. It listens to a lot more than what it should at a certain point. Not that you hear the voices, but you have a lot more static, a lot more interference coming in, versus like my Yaesu FT991. And I'm not shitting on the G90 because it is a great radio, especially for starting out if you want something low cost, HF, POTA, things like that. And that was my theory. I really should take my Yaesu, I have my shack here, out in the truck and just experiment with it, kind of that area, and see if I see any differences. But laziness. But that was kind of my thought process anyway, is if I go to more of the specific ham radios, maybe I will get a little bit better experience with that. And admittedly, I wasn't in the best spot period for that, but I had two experiences this year now where I've had a poor reception, and like, are people not in this area not hearing, or do they have different situation? Now they're running 5/8 wave high gain antennas on the top of large transportation vans. That obviously has a lot of factor into it as well, where I was running the quarter wave, and I just couldn't hear them at all. So lots of things to think about, and this is where, if you watch my previous couple of videos I posted today, things to think about as you are doing this. And it's not something you have to do today or day one, but it's something to consider in the future. And I've considered this for a couple of years already. I still don't have the funds for it right now. I buy too much other small shit. Save up for it. That's a goal. Those like the new Yaesu FT500, I think it is, their new one. It's not a cheap radio. It's like $600, something like that. You might find it a little cheaper. I don't remember off the top of my head. So it's not a cheap radio. So don't be afraid to start low cost, but have that understanding it's a low cost radio. And then you kind of grow from there. So it all depends upon if you want to cry once and be done, and you can afford it, go for it. Get the Yaesu, get the ICOM, get the Lenco, whatever. If you gotta go budget, do budget. Just understand you're gonna have a budget experience. And we see that all the time with the bullfangs out on events and things like that, much like he was talking about. So get out there, get on the air, 7 threes.